During his first official visit to Asia, President Trump plans to advocate for increased international support to pressure the Kim Jong-un regime to give up its nuclear weapons. Preventing North Korea from developing a nuclear-armed missile that could reach the U.S. mainland has become a top national security priority for Trump.
He's raised all kinds of expectations about what he is going to do about North Korea. And if he doesn't do those things, then it seriously threatens his identity, it undermines him, it undercuts him.
The Trump administration has worked with China and Russia in the United Nations to pass tougher economic sanctions that could reduce North Korean trade by 90% and oil imports by 30%, and also imposed unilateral restrictions as well. However, U.S. military allies Japan and South Korea have been split over Trump's emphasis on the possible use of military force and his threatening fire and fury rhetoric to totally destroy North Korea if provoked. In Japan, Trump will meet and likely golf with Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, perhaps his closest friend in Asia.
President Trump and Prime Minister Abe also agree on a number of issues, including, in particular, on the North Korea problem to a very large extent.
Japanese public support for Abe's strong stance on national security was bolstered after North Korea conducted 2 missile tests that flew over Japanese airspace and helped his conservative coalition recently win a decisive victory in an early parliamentary election. Yet while Abe has voiced staunch support for Trump's maximum pressure policy, officials in Seoul have quietly indicated that the threat of force is a diplomatic tactic to force concessions from North Korea and China. South Korean President Moon Jae-in is also expected to emphasize his country's long-standing ironclad U.S. alliance when he meets with Trump in Seoul. However, the liberal South Korean leader has openly opposed any use of force on the Korean peninsula that could engulf the region in a devastating war.
I think Trump's visit is an opportunity to educate him in terms of how South Koreans see this, and the fact that South Korea's been living under a credible threat of North Korean nuclear attack for a while now, and we're all doing fine.
Trump has characterized Moon's past efforts to engage North Korea in dialogue as unworkable appeasement. For now, differences between Seoul and Washington have been muted in the face of North Korea's continued missile and nuclear tests and Pyongyang's refusal to engage in inter-Korean talks or even accept offers of humanitarian aid from the South. Brian Padden, VOA News, Seoul.